Real YouTubists, bring back the intro. Did I used to do this in cursive? I can't even remember. If you missed the intro, comment below. Don't know how to do V's in cursive, so I guess not. I guess I answered my own question. Okay, as usual, this if I record at this time of day, then the stupid blinds are on my face, so I don't want to hear any. I don't want to see a single comment about it. I promise you, it's more annoying for me than it is for you, and I can't even fix it. Hello everybody, back on my BS again. It's your boy Wolf. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the new mechanic being introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet called Terastalizing. Don't ask me how to spell it. I don't know. Here's the deal. This is the I picked the absolute worst time to record. I'm honestly thinking about just ending the video and trying again later. You know what? Maybe I'll scoot. It's fine. I'm not going to be centered. Just bear with me, okay? Okay, now you get a nice view of this, okay? Here's the thing. So, this feels natural for me. It's been a minute and I haven't said a single thing of value. Here's the deal. So, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, like every new Pokemon game since Generation 6, is introducing a new mechanic. It's called Terastalizing. And basically the way that works is that it overwrites one of your Pokemon's types, or both of your Pokemon's types, with whatever you Terastalize into, allowing Pokemon to effectively change their type. So, it's been revealed that any Pokemon can change into any type. So Pikachu could be any of the 18 types. And basically you lose your stab bonus if you do this, and you gain your new stab bonus, basically effectively totally overriding your types. Now, there's one edge case which is interesting, which is what happens if you Terastalize into a type that you already are. So what happens if Pikachu becomes an electric type? Well, the answer is that if you do that, you get a bonus in exchange for not getting a new type. If you want to Terastalize into a type you already have, you get a bonus. And this is the point. There's kind of two things that are scary about Terastalization from a competitive angle. The first is that it creates a lot of inherent variance, and it creates a lot of like it makes it a lot harder to plan around fights, because if any Pokemon can be any type, then you don't know, like, you can't really accurately plan, right? Because your opponent can just change their type at any time. So that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect is, if a Pokemon Terastalizes into a type that they already have, they gain a damage boost. Now, the cases where this can be really scary are in cases of very powerful Pokemon, right? So I'm thinking the first Pokemon that comes to my mind that we know is going to be in the game is Torkoal. So Torkoal has the move Eruption, which is already extremely powerful. It's a 150 base power move at full HP. And to make matters worse, Torkoal has not only fire typing, making the move even stronger, but also it sets up the sun for itself, making it even stronger. And Eruption hits both Pokemon. The idea of Kyogre with a move, Terastalizing into the water type, getting even stronger water spouts, and being able to hold an item on top of that, very scary stuff, indeed. And so it's annoying to sit like that. I'll just deal with the light for now. So basically the big question in my mind is, how much damage increase is this going to provide? How much additional damage will Terastalizing be? And I thought that I heard somewhere, I'm not sure if it was officially confirmed, I'm gonna guess it wasn't, that the boost would be something like going from 1.5 times, which is the boost you get for using a move of the same type normally, to a 2 times boost. Now, this is actually a pretty significant upgrade in damage, and that alone is scary. However, from the trailer yesterday, we got pretty clear footage of a case of like a Pokemon using Aqua Jet. It was Quaxly, and then it used Terra Water Aqua Jet. So Trista, who is a longtime VGC player and one of the goats, did this basically using basically pixel math. Says, based on today's trailer, the boost you get from Terastalizing looks pretty terrifying. Percentages were determined from number of pixels. So if we take a look at this image here, you can see Lechonk before Terastalizing takes 22%. Keep in mind that this is Quaxly Aqua Jet. So basically with the 1.5 times boost, it's doing 22%, and then it is doing 43% after turning into the water type. Now, basically, I'm gonna do some quick math on my phone here. Basically, if it's doing 22% divided by, what is that, 1.5, it should be doing like 14.66%. And if we divide that by 43%, and then what is that, divide by 1? That didn't work. Wait, how do I do this? I think that it's doing basically, oh, I know how to do this. Basically, it's doing, it goes from 22 to 43, which is already doubling, but it's doubling on top of a 1.5. So I think that it's, if this math is correct, and again, there's damage rolls, this is a trailer, we don't know for sure if this is how it works, but that is, I believe, that would make Terra turning into a Terra type of a type you already have triple the damage of the base move. Not triple on top of stab, but triple the base damage, which is, that would be bad. That would be so incredibly bad. I cannot imagine that they would do this. And again, there's damage rolls. It's probably not this bad, but this is pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, maybe it's possible like an ability kicks into play. I don't believe Torrent was active here. But yeah, there's more in the thread. So basically, trying to figure out the base power of Terra Blast, which is also going to be really important. Terra Blast is basically just hidden, like a worse version of hidden power, where the Terra Blast will, once you activate your Terra type, once you actually activate the mechanic, you turn into a type. You turn into your type, and Terra Blast becomes the same type as the move as the type that you turned into, but it's a normal move otherwise. So even if your Terra type is fire, until you actually terastalize in the battle, it's a normal type move. So it's a weaker version of hidden power, but you do get stab benefit after you do terastalize. So a big question is, how strong is this move? Now, if this move is like a regular base power, like I'm hoping it'll be around 80 base power is my hope. Yeah, that's my hope, at least, is like if it's like an 60 to 80 base power is nice, because otherwise it's just going to be way too powerful. I think 80 is a nice sweet spot there, where it's not irrelevant, but it's not overpowered. But if it's any higher, we're going to have problems. Now, the good news from this trailer is that Terra Blast is doing 61% here. That's super effective in stab compared to non-stab Icy Wind, which is 30%. So that's a very weak move, basically. It should be doing a lot more. However, what Trista points out here is that she guesses that the Drifloon is higher attack than special attack, which means maybe Terra Blast is a move kind of like, what was it, Photon Geyser, which uses the higher stat basically of the or is it whichever one would do more damage? Basically, like, it's possible that Terra Blast became a physical move here, and then because Cloth is a rock type, it probably will have higher physical defense than special defense. So yeah, this could be a case of like Drifloon basically having higher attack than special attack. So it's not conclusive. Yeah. The other thing is that Trista thinks that this might actually be scripted. I'm not entirely sure what she means by this, but it's with trailer stuff. You could also, like, you can never really say definitively, but this is concerning, because if you're doing triple damage with by terastalizing into a type, into the type that you have, it makes these, it's like, I think what worries me is that I think in most cases it wouldn't be the end of the world, but in some of the edge cases, like, again, really strong spread moves like Torkoal, Kyogre, I think Dracovish is worth calling out here as well, because even though it's not a spread move, Vicious Rend is so powerful that, like, if you're able to run Choice Scarf on it and basically get a damage boost on top of its already ridiculous damage output, I think it could be a problem. I think Dracovish in a format without Dynamax is also quite interesting, especially if the format is slower. So something like Choice Scarf Dracovish could be really good. A lot of this is just conjecture, of course. Like, we don't know for sure. Again, there is a chance that there's damage rolls, but even with like low roll, I think actually there's something in the thread. Let me pull this up really quickly, because I'm fairly certain that somewhere, yeah, we see some people in the comments saying that this is scripted. Yeah, so maybe we don't know for sure how conclusive this is, but somewhere I think Trista said, see, not what I wanted. I thought she responded to this. Basically, like, I think she did calc somewhere, like, basically showing off that, like, this would be a pretty extreme damage roll situation. Like, if you think about it, damage rolls typically are doing 85. Like, it's basically taking the move's maximum power and doing somewhere between all of that and 85% of that. So it's like slightly weaker. So with a factor this massive, you wouldn't really expect this to be a situation with where damage rolls are really making this big of a difference. My hope is that this is just scripted for the trailer. It's not an actual representation of the actual gameplay. They just wanted to make it look more impressive, and so therefore they messed with the numbers. That being said, if this is really accurate, and if it is something closer to 3 times the damage rather than 2 times the damage that you would get otherwise, that would be really bad. It would lead to basically a super offensive. You would basically primarily use Terastalizing offensively, and it would basically just be used as an offensive tool, kind of like a Z move power up that could be used for spread moves, which would be pretty scary. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm hopeful that this seems so extreme that I'm hopeful that this is just a trailer issue. But if this is actually accurate, then we're gonna have a bad time, is my guess. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.